Hello everyone and welcome to Ann Arbor, Michigan. I'm Jack Springgate and this is Matt Kipnis and we're in the Big House post-game, Michigan versus BYU. The Wolverines beat the Cougars today 31-0 and we're going to go over some of those game notes that we feel are the most important. Kipnis, the Wolverines looked great offensively and defensively today, but in your opinion, what impressed you the most?
I think one of the most impressive things Michigan did today, it had to be the quarterback, Jake Rudock. While he's looked a little inconsistent at times, he's even turned the ball over many times, as he only had 5 turnovers at Iowa and now he already has 5 on the year. Today, he didn't have a single turnover. His stats, they may not look that great, only 194 yards, 1 TD, 0 interceptions, but he was a real game manager today. Harbaugh had him on a tight leash, and he knew when to throw the ball out of bounds. He knew when to throw the ball to his wide receivers. He didn't really take any chances, which I think was huge for Michigan today.
Great analysis there. Well, you only need to throw 195 yards when you had a running game like the Wolverines did today, and in part, that was by Devion Smith with a touchdown of his own, a big 60-yard run. Tell us what you thought impressed us the most about his game.
Yeah, Devion Smith, he just didn't give up. Harbaugh said on that 64-yard run, he was really impressed. He just kept his legs churning. Devion was even surprised. Jake Rudock was surprised. No one really expected him to get out of that pile, me included. I thought he was down. And then I look, and he's 30 yards, 40 yards down the field. Devion Smith has been dominant as long as the entire Michigan running team. They have dominated the last couple of games, carrying the Michigan offense these last 3 wins.
A great team effort indeed by Michigan. Also, they were held up very well with their defensive presence as well, only allowing less than 100 yards by the Cougars today. What impressed you most about the defense?
What you alluded to, honestly. The fact that they only gave up 105 yards on the day was really impressive to me. BYU was coming off a close loss to UCLA, the number 10 team in the nation. They had 2 huge upsets, and maybe you'll think, okay, they're going to come back. That's what they've done all year long. They were coming back. There was no chance BYU was coming back today. BYU, they're no slouch. They're a really good team. And the fact that the Wolverines held them to only 105 yards, one of the top 25 teams in the nation, is very impressive. Also, the fact that they didn't have a single turnover on the game, but they kept on forcing those 3 and out was really key for the Wolverines. They've been forcing turnovers all season, except today, they didn't need that, as the BYU Cougars were hardly on the field.
Well, in some situations, those 3 and outs are just as good as a turnover, am I right?
You are right indeed.
Well, the Wolverines here winning 31-0 will take on the Maryland Terrapins in Maryland next weekend. From the Big House, I'm Jack Springgate. This is Matt Kipnis for Sportsnite.